Hello everyone, this is Jatin from gladtutor.com, and today we are going to talk about the inventory management in financial management, which includes its meaning, components, importance, objectives, tools and techniques of inventory management. So this is the part 13th of our financial management series. To watch our previous video regarding receivable management, you can check out the upper link, or I have also put the link in the description. Or if you want to check out our complete playlist about financial management, then you can also check out the link in the description. So if you are new to our channel, so make sure you subscribe after watching this video. And till then, without wasting so much time, let's get started. So firstly, we will start with the meaning of inventory management. So basically, firstly, what is inventory? Inventories are the stock of the product that a company is manufacturing for the sale. And a product is made of so many components, right? Which makes up the product. So there are basically three components of inventories, that are raw material, work in progress, and finished goods. So these are the three common things which you almost heard in your college also. Like raw material. Raw material is the like a uh, is a first step, or you can say first component of a product which we use, or which we manufacture by ourselves, or first, sometimes we outsource from other factories, or you can say other firms. Then we from the raw material we make our product into work in progress, and the final stage, which we can say our final product, which we supply to the wholesalers, or the consumers, that is known as the finished goods. So this is about the meaning of inventory. And inventory management, you can say, we have to make the stock, that much stock of the product, so that company can ensure that the supply and demand should be proper maintained, and also their sales should not be stopped, you can say. So there are basically three needs to hold the inventory management, or you can say the three motives to hold the inventory management. The first motive is the transaction motive. According to this motive, an enterprise holds enough inventory to avoid the bottlenecks in their production and sales. What is meaning by this? So by this, the business ensures that their sales are also not affected on the account of non availability of finished goods, and also their production should not be stopped. So this is the basic and the primary motive of the enterprise to hold their inventories. The next motive is the speculation motive. An enterprise may hold inventories to take the benefit of price fluctuation. So many times what you see is that the price of the raw materials are increasing steeply. The company at that time take a decision to buy some more inventories at a lower price, so that they can prevent their prevent the uncertainty of a time when a price can increase a bit higher. So at that time, if you stock a good amount of inventory, then you can sell your product at a lesser prices than your competitors, which can give you a speculation motive, which can give you a speculation benefit, right? And the third motive, or you can say the last but not the least one, is the precautionary motive. According to this motive, an enterprise holds inventory to prevent themselves from the unpredictable things, like decrease in the supply of raw materials, or increase in the demand of products. At that cases, an enterprise should have some extra inventories to prevent themselves from any uncertainty. So basically, these are the three needs, or you can say the motives, to hold the inventory for an enterprise. Now come to the objectives of inventory management. So they are basically for an enterprise there are so many objectives. The first one is to ensure a continuous supply of materials and stock, so that the production should not be suffer at the time of customer demand. So this is the basic objective of maintaining the managing the inventories, is to ensure the continuous supply, so that the production and the sales should not be stopped, to avoid both overstocking and understocking inventory. See, everything is excess of anything is bad, right? So if you are doing overstocking of the inventories, it may also be harmful for the company, because you are spending your hard company money on the stocks which may not be useful if the supply start decreasing, or you can say if the demand start decreasing. So also understocking is not good for the company at a time when you don't predict about the next month. Like you can't fix your order, or you can say you can't fix your order with your wholesaler or the supplier. Like if they are giving you, if you have a need of 15 days of raw material, you are giving an order 15 days, you should give them an order of that much point, which we call as a reorder point, where like if you need a raw material of 10 days, you should give an order of 15 days, so that after 10 days you give them another order which takes 5 days to come, right? So we should avoid both overstocking and understocking. The next objective of inventory management is to maintain the availability of materials whenever and wherever required in enough quantity. That is right, like we should maintain the availability. If at the if at the main time our, or if at the, you can say, important time, we don't have any our materials, then it is not important, not good for the company. To maintain minimum working capital as required for its operational and sales activity. Yeah, this is also important that we should maintain our minimum working capital, because working capital are used only for the day-to-day expenses, so we should maintain some minimum amount of working capital. To optimize various costs, indulge with inventories like purchase cost, carrying cost, or storage cost, to keep material cost under control, as they contribute in reducing the production cost. To eliminate duplication in ordering stock, we should also check that the same order should not be or you can same raw material should not be ordered again and again. There should not be any duplicacy. To maintain loss through deterioration, like the falling from a lower to a higher level in quality, or there should not be a pilferage of stealing things of little values, wastages, damages. So we have to minimize these losses also. So these are the basically the objectives of inventory management which an enterprise aims to. So now come to the tools and techniques of inventory management, or you can say the inventory management techniques. So basically there are around 5 to 6 techniques. First one is reorder point. Next one is EOQ, that is economic order quantity. ABC, HML, determination of safety stock, inventory turnover ratio, FSN approach, or VED approach. You can say VED approach. So we will discuss each in detail. First one is reorder point. So reorder point, if I give you a simple 3-word answer to reorder point, is when to order. This problem is solved by reorder point. So in every company they have a doubt that when they should order, how much days left before they should give the order to the supplier, which is known as the reorder point. So it is that inventory level at which an order should be placed to replenish the inventory, right? Because giving a order to the supplier, because you can't get your raw material in that same day. It may happen, but it doesn't happen in every firm. Because if you are giving an order of a big quantity or big quantity of raw material, you will not get the same in the you will not get the same order in the same day. It may took days, 3 or 4 5 days. So that is how you have to calculate. So to know the reorder point exactly, we should know three things. First one is the lead time, the time naturally taken in replace the inventory after the order has been placed. And what is our average consumption amount? Like it takes around 3 days to order, and how much quantity of raw material we are using every day. And what is our EOQ? What is our economic order quantity? How much should we order which will be economical for our business? So these are the three things which we have to keep in mind while making our reorder point. Next one is EOQ. So EOQ is the economic order quantity that which we have previously discussed. So EOQ is simply means is how much should we order. Here, how much should we order is related to the economical for the business. Like what is the company's financial condition? How much should we order so that it will be economical for the business? So it is divided into two type of cost. First one is ordering cost, and second one is carrying cost. So ordering cost covers the entire cost of acquiring the raw material. It includes requisition cost, order replacing cost, and transportation cost. So ordering cost includes the whole cost of acquiring the raw material, right? And the carrying cost is just the cost incurred for maintaining a given level of inventory. It includes warehousing, the handling cost, and the insurance cost. So EOQ, if I give you a formula of EOQ, the formula is right, under root 2AC divided by Q, whereas A is equal to quantity required, or you can say annual consumption, and C is the ordering cost, and Q is the carrying cost, right? So this is all about the EOQ model, like how much should we order, right? Now come to the ABC. On the basis of ABC technique, we give importance to the value A items, which are very tight control, or you can say which are in very accurate records. B items are with very less tightly record and good like less tightly controlled and good records. And C items with the simplest control possible and minimal records, right? So on this basis, we give importance to these items and give the order to the supplier. HML, on the basis of speed, high speed inventory, medium speed, low speed. Determination of safety stock. So safety stock is also very much important as compared to the reorder point. So it is important to have this safety stock to face the uncertainty of your business. So there are basically two costs of safety stock. First one is the opportunity cost, and another one is the carrying cost, right? And the next ratio is inventory turnover ratio, which you can simply know like the cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. We will talk about these techniques in detail in our upcoming videos, so don't worry about that. FSN approach: fast moving, slow moving, and non moving. So it is almost related to same to the HML, which you can see that is on the basis of speed, and this is also related to the HML. VED approach is simply means the vital, essential, and desirable spare parts. So vital are the most important spare parts. Essential can wait for some time, and desirable can ignore for some time. So according to these three classification, we give order to the supplier. Firstly, we give order of our vital products, we can say vital parts, and then we give the essential, and then in the last we give very less priority to the our desirable parts. So this is all about the inventory management, which is a very important topic in financial management, and we have talked about its meaning and meaning, needs, objectives, techniques. So this is all about the inventory management. I hope you have guys have liked the video. If you have liked, make sure you subscribe our channel Glad Tutor and turn on the bell icon, so that in future if we upload any video, you get a notification. So till then, if you want to check out also our financial management series, you can check out the link in the description. I have put the link there. So bye bye, thank you.